stream. Welcome to the live stream. For those people who are watching me back, my name is Omboy. For those people who are watching me for the first time, also my name is Omboy. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. Yeah, we all know this is how my show always starts. By me wiping my lips. Wow, oh my god, I have missed you guys for the whole weekend. How are you doing? How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. My name is Womboy. Oh my god, today is on Monday. Monday I usually I don't like labeling days or like saying Mondays. Like see, like I always see people making memes about how Mondays are tough, how Mondays are not good days. I never want to do that. But honestly, Mondays are usually also confusing for me. Like it's like I just normally feel like I've been uh enjoying a whole weekend and I cannot be able to I am not enjoying anymore, but it is what it is. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. My good name is Omboy. Let me know where you're watching me from. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. How are you doing? How was your weekend? So today we are gonna be talking about do looks matter more than personality. So that's what you're gonna be talking about. But in the meantime, I will be receiving some of your greetings. Yes. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. My good name is Omboy. You can ask me any question right here on I Am Omboy Live. Thank you so much, you guys, for being part of my story and for being part of my channel. Okay. Wow. Okay, I kind of need to edit this. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. Do looks matter more than personality? That's what you're gonna be talking about. Do looks matter more than personality? Yet another good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm having internet problems. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Womboy. Let me know how you guys are doing. Kindly, when you join in, can you like the live stream? Let me know where you're watching me from. So we are talking about do looks matter more than personality? Okay, that's what you're gonna be talking about. We have Oh Lord, he says, hey, beautiful from Ireland. Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. How is Ireland? You guys are now headed to summer. Wow, that's great. That's great. Jahanara Bigam says, are you okay? Yes, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. My good name is Womboy. We are talking about do looks matter more than personality. Have you thought about situations where like you found yourself in a situation and then you just really know that you didn't get the opportunity because of your looks? So that's kind of what you're talking about, and I would like to know you guys' insight. Of course, you know I'm gonna be real right here and tell you my story. Javier Lowy says, like your outfit, thank you so much. Guys, when you join in, can you like the live stream and subscribe? Jahanara Bigam says, do you have a baby? No, I don't. I don't have a baby. Okay, so we are talking about do looks matter more than personality. You know, it's easier to say that looks don't matter like personality does when you are good looking. But when you are, okay, I can sit here and say that anybody is ugly, but some of us are not as good looking as others. Okay, so it's easier for people who are good looking to sit here and say, you know, looks do not matter, personality does. It's easier for them because they don't have to live the reality of when you're not very attractive. Okay, so the real question that we're asking right here, do looks matter more than personality? Are we just pretending personality matters to sound deep? Okay, because honestly, everybody that I've ever asked this question, do looks matter more than personality, they always say personality matters more. So let me know what you think about the question, do looks matter more than personality? What would be your answer? Azinga says, hi to you, Azinga. Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Yeah, I feel like most people don't get a chance if attraction isn't there. If you're not attractive, most of the time the doors will not open for you. So you even don't get you actually don't even get a chance. So I feel like looks come first, okay? But honestly, we're asking a question: do looks come first, or does personality actually win? Okay, welcome to the live stream, you guys. My good name is Momboy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of the live stream today. So we are asking a question: do looks matter more than personality? Do looks matter more than personality? Uh, so the real question, I feel like the real question is, you know, when you walk into rooms, if people don't know who you are, they don't know your personality. What do they judge you? How do they judge you? I feel like first thing that people do when they don't know you, they do by looking at you. How do you look? Okay, that's what they judge. It's about, oh my god, you have such a kind heart, you have such a full heart. So I feel like even if we can sit here and say that looks don't matter, looks open doors for you. Okay, let me know if you guys are agreeing with me. Matt says hello from Germany. Hello to you. How are you doing? Guten Abend. Um, yes, guten Abend. How are you? Ich bin Womboy. What's his thoughts about Kamaru Usman of Francis? I really don't know what you're talking about, okay? So I feel like looks open doors for you, okay? That person, they all looks open doors for you that personality will never will, okay? So I feel like looks open doors, but personality decides if you stay. You know, you can be so good looking, and then you go to apply for a job, they're gonna let you in because they think you're attractive. And like, I feel like people always mistaken some of us who are not good looking to have bad hearts. People always mistaken that we have bad characteristics or something. And I'm not saying I'm ugly. I know I'm good looking. I'm good looking for myself. But I know there's other people who are more good looking. And when you're going to apply for the same job with these people, what people will see is your looks. Like, okay, before they look at your curriculum vitae, what you have going on in your documents, they will see you, your face, like your outlook. Okay, um so I feel like, so let's start here. Nobody knows your personality at first, so realistically looks are what get you noticed. Yeah, how you look like, what car you drive, such type of things. But mostly how you look, how you naturally look, that's what determines if even the doors are gonna open for you. Okay, also there's a question that I wanted to ask you guys. On dating apps, are you swiping personalities or looks? Okay, what do you do when you're on dating apps and you're looking for somebody to date long term? Do you usually look at the looks, or do you usually read their profile to learn what they are into, what they want to do with their life? What do you normally do? Okay, yeah. So that's where we are at. That's where we are at. I feel like growing up, I already knew that like looks matter so much. You, and also it's very sad for like black people or for like people in African countries. Like out here, how you look is also mostly determined on how light skin you are, how dark you are. The more dark you are, the more black you are out here, the more less attractive you are. People, even people don't care how beautiful you are. As far as you're not light skin, you're not as beautiful as they want you to be. So of course I grew up a dark skin girl, very dark skin. I used to very dark skin, as you guys can see. uh, and don't be fooled by the lighting. Don't be fully fooled by the lighting. I grew up dark skin, so honestly most of the time I used to experience that thing of like, if I'm near another light skinned girl, they are considered to be more attractive than I was. So of course I grew up seeing that, and like from a very young age I knew when it comes to like, if there's somebody else who is more light skinned than I am, I knew they were gonna get the opportunity. And that have also translated to even me looking for jobs right now as a grown up. So many things. And it's very unfortunate, like we live in a black country, or like a country where most people are black, but we still have to deal with that type of colorism. Okay, so it's really unfortunate. Let me know, have you ever experienced that type of like treatment, or like you've been what is it called, discriminated on the basis of such things like your looks, maybe if you're light skin or you're dark skin. And it's really unfortunate, because most of us who are Africans or who are black, doesn't matter how light skin you are, you go to white people's country, you're black. Okay, and that's what they see. Okay, so guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Womboy. Thank you so much for tuning in. So you know what, I'm gonna go and grab myself a cup of coffee. Yeah, let me grab myself a cup of coffee. Okay, guys, I'm grabbing myself coffee. Some coffee, I know we have done that. Welcome to the next, guys. I'm grabbing myself a cup of coffee. Remember, we are talking about, do looks matter more than personality? Do looks matter more than personality? So I feel like looks open doors, but personality decides if you stay. Sometimes you'll be attractive, but you have a bad personality. And I feel like people will be interested in you until they really know what your personality is, and eventually they're gonna lose interest. So I feel like that's just how it works. Sometimes you'll be an average looking person, or like you're not extremely beautiful, you're not turning heads, but you have an average look. You're not ugly, but you're not beautiful at the same time. You're not handsome, but you're not ugly at the same time. So you'll have an average look, and then you combine with like somebody who have great personality, and when you round that off, it is, you find out you grow attraction with this type of people. Okay, so the real question is, and I know sometimes some of us have like met people who are like not really great, not really attractive. Okay, it's just that you got to know this person, and then you got to get attracted to them, you got to know what they believe in, what they are into, and then you're like, that's attractive, and then you grow attracted, and you eventually love them, and you start seeing that they are so beautiful. CJ says, hey, how are you? Beautiful. I'm good. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Oh my god, I've missed you guys. Let me tell you, when I don't stream, that's why I usually stream on Sundays, but yesterday I didn't. Had a lot of family stuff and personal stuff going on. Because when I stop streaming on Thursday, then Monday is like I'm starting all over from scratch. How are you doing? Okay, so what do you feel when it comes to the topic, the question that I'm asking right here? Do you looks matter more than personality? What is your take? So I feel like sometimes somebody is just average looking, but they have great personality. And sometimes it equals to growth. Okay, so I have a question right here, you guys. Have you ever met someone who became more attractive after you knew them? Have you ever met someone who became more attractive after you knew them? At first, they didn't turn you, it wasn't anything for you. It was like, oh, that's just who they are. But then when you got to know them, you're like, oh my God, this is somebody that I want to be with. So the question, let me type the question for you guys. Have you ever met someone? Wow. uh, Okay. CJ says you have an American fiance, so have you? He can't advance your life. You have an American fiance and he can't advance your life. What does that mean? What does that really mean? Okay, how? Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My name is Womboy. So I'm asking a question. There's a question on the screen. Have you ever met someone who became attractive after you knew them? Let's say this person is average looking. They're not as great looking. They don't turn heads, but they're not ugly. Okay, so they're average looking. Then they have great personality, and then when you get to know them, attraction grows. Versus, on the other hand, where like somebody is really attractive, but when you get to know them, they don't have a great personality, and then it equal to people losing interest. Okay, I'll be right back, you guys. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. Hey, this is a cup of coffee. I have a question on the screen. Have you ever met someone who became attractive after you knew them? Have you ever met someone who became attractive after you knew them? And I think maybe you guys might need context on what we are talking about. So the question the thing that we are looking at is like, do looks matter more than personality? Do looks matter more than personality? So that's what you're looking at. So have you ever met someone who became attractive after you knew them? So that's the question that we're literally asking right here. I feel like I've met so many people that like to me they were just friends, or like how I saw them. Zan Deep says hi to you, Zan. Good to see you. Is it Zoon or Zan? Whatever. How are you doing? Welcome here. What do you think about what you're talking about? I feel like I've always met people who like it wasn't what you would say maybe love at first sight. Like that person wasn't even attractive to me or something. I've met people like that, and then when I got to know them, then I feel like that attraction gets to grow. Like you get to like, oh my god, this is really a great person. And when you love somebody's personality, you honestly you even start seeing their handsomeness. You start seeing that they're beautiful. I don't know if some of those things have happened. Also, on my experience on dating sites, when I used to be on dating sites, you would find out like on dating sites, it's never love at first sight until maybe you have the first video call. So it's usually just personally, it's usually like reading the profiles and seeing what this person is into. Sometimes I like the pictures or like what I can see, but yeah, I feel like when you meet people on dating sites, you also grow to know them, and then the more you know, the more you're attracted to them. So I don't know, I don't know about you guys, but that's just literally my story. Ooh, I can see you. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. We're talking about do looks matter more than personality. Do looks matter more than personality? My good name is Womboy. Thank you so much for being here. We're asking a question that I feel like most of us are not even ready for. Like, do looks matter more than personality? So I feel like also when you're not as attractive, or like when you're not very good looking, you're more likely not to get away with a lot. I feel like good looking people get away with a lot. Good looking person could commit a crime or like do something that's out of character, but nobody's gonna judge them. Like it's like, oh, this person is good looking, they don't look like they could do that. Guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Womboy. Kindly like, subscribe. You guys feel welcome on the channel. Carla says, can I get some coffee? Oh, here you go. I don't know if it's already somewhere over there, which you might not appreciate the hot drink. Okay, thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. So I'm asking a question right here. Have you ever met someone who became attractive to you after you knew them? And the reason you're asking that question is like we are looking at, do looks matter more than personality? Do looks matter more than personality? Okay, so I feel like good looking people can get away with so much, because even when like you are, even when let's say you're guilty of something, you can just be able to like put on a serious face and just say, you know what, I don't know anything about that. So I feel like there's such a double standards when it comes to looks. Nobody wants to say that is a factor, but honestly it really is. Another thing is like, I feel like people are more forgiving if someone is attractive. Okay, uh someone does something to you, let's say anything to you, let's say slap you or something, and it could be anything, but you're more likely to allow somebody who is attractive to get away with things, because just because that they are attractive. And like, unlike if somebody is not good looking, you're most of the time you're not gonna let it go, you're not gonna let them get away with anything. So I feel also there's another aspect when it comes to like the double standards that surrounds like looks. And there's a question right here: do men and women value looks differently? Yeah, I feel like yes. Most people don't care about men being attractive. Okay, I feel like women do, but most people really don't care about like women being attractive. I feel like because we also exist in a patriarchal society, women looking good is really important, because good looking women get opportunities. Good looking women get jobs. Good looking women get so many things. You know, they have so many doors that just automatically open for them, because the society is patriarchal. So which means if you're a good looking woman, there's a man that you're going to impress along the way, and like a door is gonna open for you. So if a less attractive person did the same thing as an attractive one, would people react the same? And that's, I feel like that's a question that we gotta ask ourselves. Would people react the same way when it comes to that? Okay. Hey. Sometimes you just need your cup of coffee. Lord, today I'm so tired. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. Can you like the live stream and subscribe? And let me know what you think when it comes to, do looks matter more than personality? Do looks matter more than personality? Oh, today we might do maybe 40 minutes. I don't know what happens when I go on the weekend. Mondays are usually tough. It's really hot. Although that's what you really look for. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. La, la, la. Today we might do 40 minutes, because it's on Monday, and like Mondays are usually an extension of the weekend. But so I'm gonna keep putting my questions out there. When you feel like answering, or like if you have something to answer, people will answer. For example, let me type this. Do you need physical attraction from from? Huh? Okay, no, this one is better. Is it Charlotte? Welcome to the live stream, you guys. We're talking about, do looks matter more than personality? And there's a question on the screen: is it shallow to prioritize looks? Because we all know that people do prioritize looks. Okay, left, right, center. People prioritize looks, but is it shallow? Like, is it worth it in the long run? Uh, okay, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Omboy. So we are to prioritize looks. We all know that people prioritize looks here and there most of the time, once in a while. So, and I feel like most of us, or like some of us, at a point in our lives, we've allowed people to get away with things just because they are attractive. Okay. Also, if you are not really like very attractive growing up, and I know you know what I'm talking about, like, let me tell you, life is not easy for unattractive people, especially when it comes to like looking for jobs, when it comes to like, let's say you've done a crime or something. Life is not fair for unattractive people. Nothing is fair for unattractive people. Let me know, is it shallow to prioritize looks? Okay. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wambo. If you like the live stream, subscribe. We're talking about looks matter more than personality. Okay. So growing up, I wasn't okay. And I know some of you guys might say that I'm attractive. And I know, okay, I feel like I'm attractive, but with the society that I grew up in as a dark skinned girl, most of the time here in Kenya or like in African countries, black people like light skin. The lighter skin you are, the prettier they perceive you to be. So of course I grew up dark skinned and life wasn't easy, honestly. I wasn't considered to be one of the most attractive people that they can ever be. Uh, so when I talk about like growing up unattractive or like uh feeling like you gotta do more than just existing, you know, if when you're pretty you can just be pretty and exist and doors will open for you. For some of us, we gotta put in some work. Insatiable, my name says good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Okay, do you feel like is it shallow to prioritize looks? We all know that we prioritize looks in the society, but is it shallow to prioritize looks? Good to see everybody. Let me know where you're watching me from. You can comment with your country's name. Let me know what you're up to right now. Hmm. Good afternoon. Yeah. So insatiable, like which country is it afternoon? Is it Canada or the Caribbean? Uh, Light skinned people played out in the 80s. Which country are you watching me from? Because I feel like it's very important for context, especially when it comes to the topic. There's a lot of colorism when it comes to like black countries. Um, there's a lot of colorism when it comes to black countries and like black people, but a very unfortunate like what colonization did to African countries. Honestly, right now I really can't even believe that we are still dealing with that. Like when you have children, one of them is really dark, one of them is really light skin. The darker one might even be good looking, but the light skin one, but people are never gonna see that. Okay, have you guys experienced something of that in your lifetimes? Let me know your stories, and you can feel free to share anything. Insatiable says light skinned people played out in the 80s. Oh, USA. Okay. Do you guys still experience racism? And I know there's a term, there's a term that you, is it Creole? The light skinned people in USA are the ones that like are from Louisiana or something. Yeah, okay. And they got to pass with so many things. And Taduna says Zimbabwe, good to see you. What do you think when it comes to the topic and like about being attractive? Is it shallow to prioritize looks? Is it shallow to prioritize looks? Let me know. Have you ever missed an opportunity just because people didn't think that you're as attractive? And I know you won't. You're not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I missed an opportunity because I'm not attractive." But let's face it, like I don't think that I'm unattractive, because I know I am attractive and I'm beautiful. But when I back then when I grew up, people didn't see dark skinned people as beautiful. Okay, so you realize that most of the people who grew up around my time, or like some of us who grew up during that time, like our parents and their parents and everybody around us still had the mindset like, if the more light skin you are, the prettier you are. So if you are not light skinned, then you are not considered pretty. Okay, you will never be complimented like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. No, nothing like that. You're black. Okay, you're dark. Mura says, are you USA? No, not really. I'm in Kenya. Tadina says, I think the reason why black black people black people like light skin is because they look exotic, kind of like how white people date darker skinned black women. Okay, okay, that might be a good reason. Like, you feel like this person, yes, they are black, but wow, they can pass for white. Like, they're really I just dislike to know that, like, I had that mindset at some point that, like, I'm not attractive because I'm black and because I'm dark skinned. It's really so. And I know there's so many ladies who have bleached their skin because of the whole aspect of, like, people thinking that you're not attractive because you're dark. Okay, but I know this is a story for so many people who grew up dark. Let me know your stories if you have a story around the same thing that I'm talking about. uh Inside Chago says all women are beautiful, and I know all women are beautiful, but like, all women are beautiful, but we can't we can't we can't leave behind, or like, we can't sit here and pretend like what have happened to people who are dark skinned like me didn't happen. Because honestly, growing up, I never thought that I was attractive. It's just in my adult years that I was like, everybody was telling me that I could be a model because I was dark skinned. Actually, in high school, I wanted to be a model, but I didn't have the right resources, so I just didn't pursue it. In campus, also, like, yeah, that's when I really knew, oh my god, dark people, they are really cheap, because you can become anything. And also, people found me attractive in campus. But it's just so, I feel like it's so unfair growing up as a dark skinned girl and being told that you're not attractive because you're dark skinned. Is such a slap in the face. Or even not somebody saying to you direct, saying people choose somebody just because that they're that you are. uh Jacqueline Nafisi says, hi to you, Jacqueline, good to see you, welcome to the family, good to see you. Forgiveness is underrated. Says, so what's for conversation for today, one boy? How are you doing? First of all, I'm doing great. We are talking about matter more than personality, and I have a question that I did not prioritize looks. And where I'm heading with this conversation is the whole thing that surrounds looks. Okay, the way when a woman, when you're more attractive or when you're more beautiful, you're more likely to have a job, doors are gonna be opening for you and stuff like that. And I feel like it's really sorry to live in such a society. But honestly, even me as a person, I have let people get away with stuff just because they were attractive. Okay, honestly, okay. Uh-huh. And Tara says dark skinned women are, however, novelty has its perks. Okay, okay. I know, and I feel like that's why black people, even black men, are complaining that black women are prioritizing white men. But because these white men, when they love a particular, white men, they don't go for light skinned black people. They want the dark one, the really dark one. You all know that. But see, that I feel like that's why men are complaining that the black women are going for white men. Uh, because, like, why not go where you're being, like, uh what is it called, admired? Like, oh my god, I don't know if maybe it could be a fetish, but like, you're being admired over there, you're being prioritized, you're being seen, you're being loved, like somebody's proud to have a black babe, and then you're here with a man who thinks that you're too dark for him. See, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you think when it comes to the topic, you guys. Sam Kumar says, excellent voice, sweet, gorgeous. Thank you so much for being here. Insatiable is my name, says, if I had to pick between dark skin and light skin, I would pick dark. Why would you pick dark? Why would you pick dark? Tadane says, I'm dark, so I would pick a light skinned woman just for control. So that you don't give birth to darkness or what? But see, you know, these are the people that we are talking about, okay? Like, for example, Tadunet, you are you're a dark skinned man, okay? You saying that is really hurtful for us dark women, because we are like, are we not good enough? Like, what's up? You don't want to choose me because I'm too dark, you know? Yeah, I feel like that's really messed up, to be really honest. I feel like that's really... Okay, let's ask a question. For those who are light skinned, would you go for a dark skinned woman? For those who are dark skinned, especially the men, would you go for a dark skinned woman? Yeah, let's see how many of us can do that. Okay, and you know, guys like yours, people like you are the, you know, there are so many women, black women, who have bleached their skin just so that they can be able to meet the expectations. You know, and it's really unfortunate that these women had to like bleach their skins to feel like they're admired, or like to feel like they're being heard. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. My good name is Omboy. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my god. Insatiable says, because some light-skinned women think they are all that and their attitude is different. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, let me tell you, out here, dark-skinned women, they literally, honestly, okay, light-skinned ones. Somebody could even be very unattractive, but the fact that they are light-skinned and they know that almost all men want them, oh my god, they have such an attitude, especially towards dark ladies. You know, there was a time that I went to Mombasa. We were staying at this nice restaurant. That restaurant, mostly it only had white people, old white people mostly. That's what I observed, okay? So we are out there. This lady, she was light skin. Of course, you can see me, I'm dark, okay? So I feel like she was feeling like she was a waitress over there. And I have much respect for people who are out there, like, I don't care, working smart, working hard, whatever. Okay, and remember this, you know, white people, they're out there with their bikinis, they're out there having fun, like nobody is concerned about anyone's dress code. So this one morning, you know, when you go for a vacation, it was like a 3 weeks vacation, so which means I'm staying at this restaurant for all this time. So sometimes you just get comfortable and you don't want to dress up. So it was breakfast time. So we were doing bed and breakfast. I woke up and then we went to the restaurant. And then this lady, this waitress, comes to me and she's like, oh my god, button your blazer. I had a blazer on and then my thing was open, although I did have, like, honestly, I don't feel like I was showing anything. It's just like I had my blazer open, okay? But then she felt because I'm black that she could tell me to button my blazer, okay? So, and remember, these white people, and I'm nothing against white people, honestly. Remember, these white people who are over there, they were coming to breakfast even with bikini, even with literally very showing. But just because I was black, she felt the audacity to come to my table and tell me. Oh my god, I got so offended. I didn't even eat breakfast. I reported her. So that was, and we always tipped. Honestly, we always tipped. We used to tip every other time. I think I feel like even the people people who are there, white people were not tipping as much as we were, okay? And that lady always used to, like, when she saw us, she always used to come to our table to serve us because she knew she would get a tip. So I feel like she had been serving us already for like 1 week. So, and every day we would tip like 1,000. So for 1 week, she had a lot going on right there, okay? So the thing is, so why did I tell that story? I told that story to see, like, you see, such a lady, she was just feeling like she could tell me anything just because I'm black, or like, and remember, she was a black woman, but she felt like I didn't deserve to be there because I'm even darker than she is and I'm black. This mentality that good life or good lifestyle is just meant for white people. And I just I just think it's wrong. I just think it's wrong for black people to have that mentality. I see people are asking what's the topic for the day. We are talking about, do looks matter more than personality? Do looks matter more than personality? Most of the time we see looks open doors for people. Looks get jobs. Women that are pretty usually get jobs. They can get anything that they want. They can even get out of crime and stuff like that. So that's what we're talking about. So contribute to that. Uh-huh. Tazuna says, I'm not saying I don't want dark skinned kids. I just think black and yellow go well together. You know, but it doesn't make it any better. Okay? It doesn't, you know, it doesn't make it better because you're saying that like black and yellow go better. The fact is, like, how do you think that makes black skinned women feel like? Or dark skinned women feel like? Because you are a dark person and but you just want light skinned ones. Matthias then says, hello to you, Matthias. Good to see you. How are you today? I'm good. I've missed you guys over the weekend. Optimist says, hi. Welcome to the live stream. Millicent Bystander, hi. Good to see you. Insatiable says, in the 80s, everyone wanted someone light-skinned. Light-skinned people ruled the 80s. Honestly, to be really honest, I feel like with this generation, with our generation Gen Z, there's so many awareness when it comes to like those things, and people are starting to realize, why do we dislike ourselves? Why do we dislike people who look like us? People are asking those questions, and that's really good. But I can tell you for sure, colorism is still here. It still happens every other day. So colorism is still here. Mm-hmm. What's the topic? Okay, we are talking about, do looks matter more than personality? Have you ever felt like your personality have opened? Honestly, I don't feel like your personality will ever open any door for you. Looks will open doors for you. That's why you should really care about how you look when you're going for a job, and stuff like that. But when you get inside the job, your personality will keep you there. Okay, when you get inside that job, your personality is what will keep you there. Optimism says looks don't matter than personality. Why? Some borrow to look rich, lifestyle, inflation. Okay, and on this matter, I'm mostly saying attractiveness, natural attractiveness, like beauty. That's what I'm talking about. And I know, like, how you present yourself also matters, like how you look, your dress code, your things. People judge such stuff, unfortunately. uh Optimist says you have to be rich to dress like rich, not the other way around. But most of us, people who are poor, or like not even poor, like people who are not even doing great for themselves, we are the one who are here trying to do so much. Honestly, I just realized that rich people don't even struggle when it comes to dress code. They just wake up because they really don't care what people are saying, because they really know what's true to them. They pick up any shirt, baggy ones. They don't wear designer clothes, but as poor people, we just usually save up just to buy ourselves some designer clothes. That's how bad it is. Matthias the Heathen says, looks matter at first times, but personality is an all-time matter. You can get fat, you can get amputated, but in the end of the day, you are who you are with your experiences and memories. Yeah, like I said, looks will open doors for you, personality will keep you in there. Looks will give you a job, but personality will help you maintain the job. But there's nothing that personality, because when people don't know you, what can they see? Your outlook. Optimist says, you find people complaining, I don't have money, yet the person phone alone costs a lot of money. Okay, and that's what it is. We want to live a lifestyle that is not uh, personality is more important. Looks fade. Hey, but before the looks fade, they will have. Let me tell you, some people have gotten rich with their looks. Moses Kioi says hi. Hi, welcome to the you guys. My good name is Omboy. We are talking about, do looks matter more than personality? Let me know what's your uh thinking, or like what do you think when it comes to the topic. Did you lose your internet? Okay, good. Thank you.
Oh, why?
Oh, you were frozen. So
ordering food.
Okay. Uh-huh. Optimistic says beauty comes inside the personality, not the dressing. You can look good and don't fit in the equation. Looks are deceptive, but personality is real. Okay? But see, the personality will never open any door for you. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Personality will never open any door for you. So, okay, and I know you can say that, oh, beautiful from the inside. That thing doesn't matter until it does. That thing doesn't matter. When you're looking for a wife, what do you look for? Or when you're looking for a husband, do you sit there and say, my God, this person might be beautiful from the inside? I can see with my spiritual eye that this person might be beautiful from the inside. Nobody says that. You just look at what you're looking at, and that's what you see, and you're like, oh, this person is really attractive for me, they are really beautiful. So unless you get to know somebody when you're working together, or like maybe you get to know them in the chat, and the more you know them, you get to know their character, who they are. Maybe if you're friends with somebody, that's when you can say, that's the only chance that you can get to know their personality, but that doesn't work for everyone. Madea says, being confident, upright, and dignified and taking care of yourself is superior than looks. Improve your vocabulary, your diction. Know your limits and never bend them. Your will is everything. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a direct question, Matthias. Do you think looks matter? Do you think looks matter more than personality? He says, for me, a person must live this life without bowing down to anyone, without compromising one's principles and honor. Everyone respects a person with values. Honestly, people respect people who respect themselves. But that doesn't change the fact that, like, do looks matter more than personality? Let me know what's your conviction when it comes to this topic. Do looks matter more than personality? Do looks matter more than personality? That's what we are talking about today. I have a question here. Can attraction grow, or is it there or not? Can attraction grow, or is it there or not? So it's either you have it or you don't. So can attraction grow? Is it either there or not? Insatiable is my name says, I look at a woman's mind over her looks. Ooh, wow. So how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? Remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, when there's these ladies who are passing by along the road. Will you be attracted? Will you look at the ugly one and say, I can see something beautiful inside you? I can see some fire inside you. Do you optimist says, when you're looking for a good character, not looks. If you look good and your personality or character is not good, you can't stay in the marriage, dear. But the looks will get you into the marriage, okay? The looks, what do you guys think when it comes to the topic? Because honestly, remember, and underline what I'm saying, I feel like looks will open doors for you, but personality will keep you there. So, and I feel like that's why people keep marrying the wrong people, because you either go for, even women, you are attracted to bad boys, like you want bad boys, but then when you get there, you realize that's why good boys never get chances, or they're just friend zoned. Okay. Tazinet says, guys, we have a question. Make sure you're answering the question. There's a lot to read. Tazinet says, to be honest, most people are not ugly, so dressing up can get a long way for most people. Okay. But honestly, when it comes to this topic, also beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. There's that. And that's why I did bring up the whole aspect of like black people feeling like dark-skinned women are not beautiful. Because I grew up thinking that I wasn't, just because that I was dark-skinned. Just to grow up and like people are telling, oh my God, you should be a model, you're really dark, you look nice and stuff. But the fact that like you sit here and think like your whole life you've lived thinking that dark-skinned people don't deserve good things, or they're not beautiful. The thought that like you grew up thinking that honestly kills you. Okay, Madhya says looks do matter, but more than personality. Look is a simple camouflage for who you are. Tadina says attraction grows. Okay. Benjamin Svar says, if you want a man to date you, you need to at least look reasonable. And I'm not saying you are looking reasonable, but like, you can't recreate yourself, can you? You can't wake up and say, oh, this nose is really big, let me make it smaller. You can't wake up and say, oh my god, these lips are really big, let me make it. You can't do that. You can't say, oh my god, the shape of my face is really okay. Although these days you can go and get yourself a BBL, get yourself your butt uplifted and stuff. You can get a nose job, you can get Botox, all this stuff. But most of the time, for most of us, you don't even afford that type of like money to do stuff. But honestly, Benjamin, okay, yeah, I honestly I see that. Look, you if it's like dressing up you or like showering or like even smelling good, you need to put some effort right there. Optimist says after marriage is not about looks, it's character personality that makes the marriage work. And that's what I'm saying. Looks will get you into the marriage, but like personality and character will keep you there. It's just how it works. Benjamin says it's just how it works. And I see you, Benjamin, but like it's all about like when it comes to maybe cleaning yourself up, buying yourself some clothes, making yourself smell nice and stuff like that. But that's as much as you can control. Guys, remember you have a question on the screen. Can attraction grow? Is it either there or not? Insatiable, my name says, we sit down and have a conversation. I look into her, mind test her. You might test her? Where do you get even all that time to even think about mind testing somebody? Okay? And you're not even thinking about, you just want to go home with her. Okay? Wow, your video keeps stopping. Like right now, you're frozen. But that's okay. Maybe I can deal with that.
I have no idea why. I'm using my phone and I'm connected.
Okay, no problem. Let me keep reading. Guys, we have a question on the screen. Can attraction grow? Is it either there or not? Insatiable is my name says, we see, okay, so where do you get that time to mind test somebody? Do you just don't want to run to home and like just sleep together or something? Mother says, attraction can grow. Friends to lovers is a thing, remember? And you know what? I know, okay? There's so many people who've known each other or like they've become lovers by being friends first of all. So I see that. Optimist says, the first thing I look out in a woman is the mindset. You guys have an idea of like what you want your women to be. Oh my god. Men out here have standards. I'm just learning by being on this channel. Guys, welcome to the live stream. If you're watching this live stream and you haven't liked, subscribe, okay? Let's grow together, my friends. If you want to keep seeing me here streaming, because at the end of the day, I can only stream as fast like I'm feeling motivated, Optimistic says, the first thing I look out in a woman is the mindset. I have seen good-looking women who never stay in marriage because of bad personality and character. Okay, so that's something that you look at in women. Wow. Optimistic says, we don't use looks to maintain a marriage. It's character and personality, my dear. I can tell you for a fact, and I know that like personality is what keeps you there. Real-time intel says attraction cannot grow. But most people have said that attraction can grow. That is the scientific answer. So how do you say, like, when people say that like it wasn't love at first sight, we just learned to love each other over time? So how do you explain that real-time intel? Interdina says if burn victims can get married, then there's hope for everyone. Okay, honestly, like something that that have been really on my mind lately is the fact that I've been seeing so many couples, like there's one person who is disabled in the marriage and the other one is just completely fine. And the fact that they could have anybody that they want, but they choose this person, and we are seeing more and more people come out like that, it honestly gives me hope when it comes to mankind, because that's the most you can imagine them when you commit yourself to somebody who already have a disability, not like they got a disability when you're with them, like you found them with a disability, let's say uh, uh, what is it called, brain injury, spinal cord injury, you know that that person will never walk again. But people right now, people are being so intentional, and like the fact, so that's just to back up with you, like Tanzania says if burn victims can get married, then there's hope for everyone. Okay, welcome to the live stream, guys. We are talking about, do looks matter more than personality? Let me know what's your insight when it comes to the topic. So also we're asking, can attraction grow? Let me pin the question so that even people who join in don't have to wonder what we are talking about. Insatiable says, love doesn't matter to me. Hey, oh God, hey, so sorry. Looks, I don't know what I'm reading. Okay, looks doesn't matter to me, because everything looks good isn't always good, and that's why people can really find a good woman or man, because everything based on looks and height. Okay, so looks doesn't matter to you. Okay, so how do you select your person? Okay, Madia says, probably no hope for me. I'm too bad on forgiving my partner's mistakes. I won't do that torture to any woman by marrying her, I think. So will you not marry somebody who's not good looking? Real time says that is not correct. Oh wow, let me read back. I think I skipped somebody. Tanya says real time intel says attraction doesn't grow. Science proves that, otherwise people is isolated. Oh, you're saying attraction does grow. Real time said attraction doesn't grow. Guys, does attraction grow? Attraction does grow. Science proves that, otherwise people in isolated populations would never marry. Wow. Okay. Probably no hope for me. I'm too bad on forgiving my partner. That's not. And your point on. Okay, guys, do you think that attraction grows? Real time says like attraction never grows. It's just a scientific fact. And remember, you're talking about, do looks matter more than personality? That's what you're talking about. Let me know, to you, do looks matter, or like does attraction grow to you? Honestly, me personally, I think I would say it does. Sometimes, okay, I don't know if it's unfortunate or it's just fortunate. Sometimes I meet somebody, like I never think about them like as a partner or something. Like when I look at them, they're not attractive to me, but maybe the more you spend time together, I feel like the more you share things, the more you get to know who this person is, their background, who they were as a child, what they were into. I feel like the more you get to know that, that's the more you can develop feelings for them. So honestly, I do believe attraction can happen. So I don't know where you're getting your facts, but I just believe that attraction happens. Why do you think it doesn't? You guys are. Kingsley Orland first says, hello, are you reading in the book of life? Yes, from the book of the comments. That's the book of life right here. Real time says yes. Matthias the heathen says, mate, we both made our points. You just said no, it doesn't. What is your counterpoint? Okay. So I have another question. So would you date someone with 10/10 personality but 4/10 looks? Let me type that for you guys. Would you date someone with 10/10 personality but 4/10 looks? 10 over 10. Look, oh, looks. Oh, no, personality. That's personality. Guys, welcome to the live stream. Would you date someone with 10 over 10 personality but 4 over 10 looks? Okay. Matthias the Heathen says people do change. Life does change. You get older, why everything changes. Why not feelings? So feelings is so you said feelings change. Oh, attraction personality, but 4 over 10 looks. Like, yeah, okay, 4 over 10 looks. I feel like most men go for attractive women or like really beautiful women so that when they are with fellow men or like they are hanging out, like they can say like everybody is talking about their wife being beautiful, you know. I feel like most of the time with men is just usually for the purposes of show off, but I don't know because I'm not a man. But yes, it depends 4 over 10 for me or for society. For you, 4 over 10 looks for you. For you, like this is just about you, it's not about the society. Real-time intel says attractiveness of faces and body function is perceived bodies as a function of perceived similarity. Okay, I think you're trying to refer to something. Bob Marley says 4 over 10 looks is tough. I would stay single. Wow. Yeah, you know that's that you know why would you stay single when it comes to that? Guys, we have a question pinned. Would you date someone with 10 over 10 personality but 4 over 10 looks? Would you date someone with a 10 over 10 personality but 4 over 10 looks? Bob says if I don't find my partner attractive, what's the point? 4 over 10, like 4 over 10, which means you can grow to love them. Okay, you can grow to love them. But there's I'm taking that 4 over 10, man. You can't spend a life with a cheating woman, for an example. You know, but you know, you don't the one that's good looking, like she doesn't cheat. Okay, she doesn't cheat, but she's just attractive. Like she's just attractive. Okay, wow, 4 over 10. Like now the problem is like, will you be attracted to them? That's the real question. Will you feel like you want to be intimate with them, you know? Bob says I'll stay single. Being single isn't so bad, but also being married to somebody that is 4 over 10 when it comes to beauty, but they have 10 over 10 personality is not as bad. Okay, at least you know you have somebody with some morals, somebody who will never cheat on you, somebody who will never, all those things that you will think about. But that's the Heather says, I would like to have someone by my side every time when I fail. You'll have her at some point. 10 over 10 means enough affection, enough help, enough understanding. I'm taking her. But you really don't like her, like she's 4 over 10 when it comes to looks. Personality change too. Okay, but most looks are more likely to change than personality. So are you saying you would rather be with a man if his personality was better? Honestly, like I feel like that for me depends with person to person. When I meet some people, they really have good personality, and it's like you get to know them, and maybe the attraction grows for you. For some other people, it's like you just look at them and like it's like heck yeah, like I want to be with this person. So so I just don't know, and also I have something internalized with my mind, like you know, really attractive people will really character develop you. A very attractive person where like when they walk on the road, everybody wants them. that person will character develops you because they can get everything that they want. They really can. So, uh, I feel like the one that's less attractive is more safe for anyone because this person will never cheat on you. They are, and all of those things. The one that's really attractive most of the time will character develop you, will have several women, will have different mamas, and all of these things. So if you don't want to deal with that, you would rather deal with your four. You deal with your man who is four, you clean him up, like you help him shower a little bit, and then you just keep walking the journey. If attraction does not matter, why don't you marry a man? Because he's a man. Bob Marley says, I'd rather 8 over 10 personality and 6 over 10 look. Wow, okay, you really want to balance it out, don't you? Ah, easy question. I like feminine interest. Her 10 over 10 personality is fine. 4 over 10 is okay. I've done worse. What? I feel like that's where we close the show right now. Okay, he's saying 10 over 10 personality is fine, 4 over 10 looks is okay. He's done worse. What? How do you think your partner is the one that you've had before? Like when somebody sees that you say that like you've done worse, how do you think that makes them feel? Not masculine interest. Are you sure? If she's not attractive but has money, I'd reconsider. Hey, man. You know, it used to be women who say that, like Bob said, if she's not attractive but she has money, I would reconsider. So if the lady is not attractive to him but the lady is well what is it called, equipped and has a lot of money, like he would reconsider. What? So I would you consider yourself a gold digger for saying that, like you would reconsider? Because I feel like when women say stuff like that, oh my god, she's such a gold digger and stuff. Money is also personality. So when it comes to money, if somebody has money, so you don't think twice about it. Is that what you guys are saying? Lord, you guys are so funny. Okay, let me keep reading. Real time says this is the mindset of the homosexual. I'm not a gold digger. She just has to come correct. Wow. Wow. But that's this man just calls people homosexual like it is a bad thing and consider himself funny. You guys are taking me out. First of all, like for example, I don't know how many you guys watched the Diddy documentary on Netflix. Have you watched Puff Diddy documentary on Netflix? And it's basically something that's put together of like literally his life. And I don't know if you guys know who P Diddy is, but I'm assuming you guys do. Okay, a guy like that really had the money. Okay, and sometimes he wanted to have men. Okay, he wanted to use even straight men. Like it was just a fetish for him. He wanted to sleep with them. Okay, and there are so many men who fell for that just because like he did have the money. So honestly, when somebody have the money, people are willing to even go gay. Okay, sorry for the gay people here. I love your have you ever chosen looks and regretted it? That's the other question that we are talking about. Have you ever chosen looks and regretted it? Have you ever chosen looks and regretted it? Real time says, if attraction is irrelevant, how do we know? Hey. That's the question that I'm asking you guys. Oh my god, you guys are looking for your soft boy era? Wow. at 165 centimeters. You guys are really Ntazula says, my wife regretted it the last time I chose looks over personality. Because honestly, something that men usually don't realize, when you see a very nice looking woman, somebody is paying for that. That's just the honest truth, okay? Her nails are always done, her hair is always done, she has new outfits all the time. She might be paying for that, or somebody might be paying for that. When you come into her life, she expects to enhance her lifestyle. So which means, yeah, I can see why you did regret it. Okay, I literally can see why. That's the reason. Says, like, it does matter, but this is just internet. I can just quit whenever I want. Hey. Okay, yeah, it does matter. So Tadunet brought up something that's really funny but really interesting. Like the last time he chose looks, he regretted it. Because you have to realize, like, somebody is paying for all those things. You see somebody with a nice BBL, somebody paid for that BBL. You see somebody with a nice flat tummy, somebody is paying for her nutrition. Somebody with a nice boob job, somebody paid for that. Like, good Botox, lip fillers, all of these things. Somebody is paying for all those things. Matthias the Heathen says, like, it does matter, mate. This is just okay. Okay, so you're saying what is politically correct. And that's something that I always say here. Like, most of us say what is politically correct. So moving on, have you ever chosen looks over personality and regretted it? Have you ever chosen looks over personality and regretted it? Have you ever chosen looks over personality and regretted it? You choose, okay, Real Time says you choose wallet and passport when you choose your American boyfriend. What is your perspective? You chose wallet and passport when you chose your American boyfriend. What is your perspective? Are you thinking about me, or are you talking to somebody else in the chat? Ntazula says, extremely beautiful women often make great friends, but rarely great partners. Okay, why is that? Yeah, Bob is soft boy era. Okay, you guys are in your soft boy era. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman who gives you the soft boy era. You're just on the soft boy era. Good for you guys. Real time. I'm waiting for Real Time to say who is the question directed to. Because if it's directed to me, honestly, I don't know how many times I've said this. Honestly, me personally, as a person, I'm really happy with my country. I will not be happier, because I feel like when people see you with, like, somebody who is a foreigner, it's like it's always about the passport. Sometimes it's not, okay? Sometimes it's just like you fall in love with a person, okay? What else did you say? Wallet. How do you even know that they have a wallet, okay? Honestly, I feel like people see people from countries that are not USA or Europe and think that these people are just desperate for anything and stuff. Sometimes you just fall in love, and that's okay. Okay. Bob says, not mano. I only do women. Okay. You said Ntaduna said that you guys are in your soft boy era. Guys, welcome to the live stream. Have you ever chosen looks and immediately regretted it? Have you ever chosen looks over personality and regretted it? Honestly, to be really honest, whenever I choose looks when it comes to men, it's not usually the best move, okay? I feel like go with that I feel like go with that person that like they also know that they're not as attractive, because most probably they are more likely to settle. But when you're with somebody where everyone knows like this person is really cute, he's like he's gonna give you problems whatsoever. Okay, Emily, that forehead is huge. Okay, that doesn't phase me. You expect it to phase me? Oh my god, you're so on the wrong one. Bob says, in hindsight, for all my talking stages, I've never seen any of them as ugly even today. Insiders, for all my talking stages, I've never seen any of them as ugly. Okay, so you really choose well. Okay, you really choose well. Okay, wow. You know, Bob says that he's never interacted with an ugly lady. So good for you, good for you. Guys, remember you're talking about, do looks matter more than personality? Do looks matter more than personality? John 87967 is Jairus. How are you doing, John? Welcome to the live stream. When you join into the live stream, kindly like, subscribe. Emily says you have Rihanna forehead. I don't care about that. Bob says, if only I picked better wallets. If only I picked better wallets. Okay, you know, you know, sometimes you can be like, let me just look for a corporate woman and to enhance your lifestyle. Okay, but you just, you know, I feel like most of the time, it's not as fulfilling as when you work hard for something. When yeah, I honestly, I just feel like the only way for you to be happy with what you have is like if you worked for it. I just that's just what I believe in. Like the only way to feel like you got what you want, or like you're really doing well for yourself, is if you are getting what you want for yourself. Just says, how your teeth so white, they natural? Yeah. Okay. I think so many people have asked me that on the channel. Some other times. Yeah. They are natural. I've always had like good teeth. Although, uh, I do have sometimes maybe professional cleaning here and there. Emily says, where is that accent from? I don't know. You tell me. You know, first of all, for some of us who like English is not our first language, we pick up accents from everywhere. Okay, like, although I know it's influenced by our local languages, but we pick up accents from television, we pick up accents from speaking day to day. Sometimes we just teach ourselves accents. So yeah. Joss says, hey girl, hey to you, Joss. Good to see you. Tom Edit says, hello, I subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my god, welcome everybody to the channel. We are talking about, do looks matter more than personality? Do looks matter more than personality? That's what we're talking about. Remember, you guys, we have a question. Have you ever chosen looks and regretted it? Have you ever chosen looks and regretted it? That's what we're talking about right here on I Am Wamboi Live. My good name is Wamboi. Thank you so much. John says, sharing your dating stories. I think so, because yeah, I feel like I have been sharing on here. When you watch my videos, especially the live ones, there's a lot of stories. Do looks matter more than personality? That's what you're talking about. And those who are just joining in, kindly like the live stream. Also, do you think looks matter more than personality? Emily says, where are you from? That's what I meant to ask. Okay, when you ask accent, I just can't say where the accent is from, but I was born and raised in Kenya. When I speak English, it goes. Oh, Madhaya says, when I speak English, it goes between Aussie and my local. Okay, you know, for some of us where like we know other languages, you really can't tell. Thanks to Dr. Chesin House MD, I got Aussie. Okay. How do you come up with these questions? You know, I just come up with them. I just, you know, before the show, I usually sit down and like think about the topic that I'm looking at, and then of course some of these questions rise up by having the interaction. Like, see, like the way we have been having the interaction right here, I've had so many questions to ask, because some people are saying this, some people are saying that. Guys, have you ever chosen looks and regretted it? Yes. Okay, I think I was telling my story. If I think I have chosen looks before and I have immediately regretted it. Like, because most of the time when you choose looks, that's just my opinion, you end up with bad boys when it comes to men. When you choose looks, you end up with men who only care for sex, and they are really not looking for anything long term. When you go for looks, you end up with men who like do not really care, even they don't really care about feeling loved and all those stuff. So I know you can have both. You can have a caring man, and also they can also be attractive, but that hasn't been true for me for a long time. So I don't know about you guys. Ah, okay, so welcome to the live stream, you guys. I think I have another question. If a less attractive person did the same thing an attractive one would how would you react? That is especially when it comes to like offending you. Let's say you have a less attractive person and you have a more attractive person. Both of them do the same thing, okay? How would you react? Like, how would you react? Like, who are you more willing to forgive? Who are you more willing not to forgive? Okay. Um, Emily says looks are more important in the USA. Why do you think so? Why do you think so? And I did share when it comes to like black people. There's a lot of things when it comes to looks. There's a lot of colorism. Yeah, there's a lot of colorism. People don't think dark skinned black people are beautiful, and it's really sad because honestly, but right now as a grown up, that I know that doesn't matter. It honestly kind of leaves some, what is it called, some weight off of my shoulder. um just says, honestly, a handsome guy is good to get, but his personality is what makes his handsomeness shine. A handsome guy is good to get, but his personality, honestly, I feel like for a man, personality is everything. Okay. How he opens doors for his lady. He holds his lady's hand, he protects her, he got her with most of the things. I feel like that's what, I feel like for a lady being beautiful is important, but I feel like for a man, I don't care if a man is attractive, his personality matters more. Like, a man who doesn't hit women, a man who is a man, like opens doors, holds your hand, is not ashamed to be seen with you in public, compliments you, tells everybody about you, like, oh, my wife, my wife, my wife. That's what you're looking at. Honestly, for me, when it comes to a guy, looks doesn't matter. Honestly, you could look however you want, but how you treat me and your personality, how you think about women, that's what matters more. And also, and I don't know, maybe this is just my finding, I find that like most attractive men, most of the time, are usually even physically abusive. Sorry if you're attractive and you think you're really attractive, but that's just it. Because I feel like an ugly person knows if they mess up, their partner is gone. But if you're not ugly, like like you're the catch, and when you're the catch, you get to set the rules. Just says, honestly, handsome guy is good to get, but his personality is what makes his handsomeness shine. And just says, a person can be ugly, but he may be the one that puts you first. Okay? And see, I feel like for a guy, that's really important. Like, a guy who puts you first, a guy who prioritizes you, a guy who opens doors for you, a guy who will not put his hands on you. I feel like that's what's attractive. I don't know. My Rice the Heathen says, my friends hate USA dating culture and its widespread effect on the world because of that looks things. Most of us have adopted the Western way of life, even when it comes to dating, sleeping around and stuff. And I see why you would say like people don't like the USA way of dating. Um, it's a common opinion here, not doing anything against it, never. Okay. Honestly, but unfortunately, it's so widespread. That's what we are after right now. Like, I feel like US have such a huge influence on like almost everything in the world. So I see what goes on with that. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. I feel like we are gonna be winding up in like 5 minutes. Mondays are usually just no, not like lazy days for me, but yeah. Okay, let's look at another question. Let's look at another question. So, and I feel like this is really important. This is really important. So, do we associate looks with value? Do we associate looks with value? And you know why I'm asking this question is like most of the time people who are really attractive think, oh my god, this person is really valuable. Okay, but according to you, do we associate looks with value? Like the uglier you are, the less valuable you are. Okay, let me hear it from you guys' mouth. You know, as we wind up. Do we associate looks with value? That's what we're asking. As we wind up, you know, do you feel like more attractive people are better? Like, they have a lot going on. You know. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Are you still there? Okay.
Can you not see me?
I couldn't, but you're fine. Oh.
You just lost your all.
Okay, I couldn't, but you're fine right now. I will not put you on the background. So... Oh, now you're muted. Okay, you know what? Never mind.
No, I'm not. I'm not muted. Are you muted?
No, like your video is.
Oh, bro. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I look fine. You look fine. I can hear you fine. Your show over, Boo?
No, not yet. Sorry. Not yet. Tadunet says, love you more. Looks have value depending on the context. So which context, for example, do we associate looks with value? That's the question that we're asking. Josh says, but some ladies like bad boy, handsome men, so it depends on the person. Honestly, who doesn't like themselves a handsome man? Like, who doesn't? Who doesn't like a handsome man? Who doesn't like a man who's like attractive and stuff like that? But most of the time, these people are going to character develop you, okay? So you'd rather go with somebody who's not attractive, but they have a good personality, they're treating you well, they have no possibility of ever putting their hands on you. And also because they know that they're not as attractive, because they know they're not as attractive, so they really value you, and yeah, they see you as an important part of their lives, and they treasure you. So that's just what it is. Just is actually handsome and beautiful people tend to be poor, and medium ugly. Medium to ugly people are by far the richest. Wow, God. Okay. You know, I know I'm like medium. I wouldn't say that I'm ugly, but I would say like I'm medium. But even the thought of calling yourself medium to ugly is just wrong. CJ says, was that? Yeah. When are the cows come? You guys are so nosy. My there's the healer says society do associate. Okay, the question is, do we associate looks with value? Do we associate looks with value? Society do. I try not to, but humans are inclined to do this. That's just what it is right there. That's just what it is. Human beings, it is what it is, and that's it. Okay, so oh my god, this has been such an eye-opening conversation. Honestly, I don't know if you can conclude that looks matter or they don't, but what I would say is like looks will open doors, but that only personality will keep you inside like for a long time. So it's good to kind of like balance both. Even if you have you have good looks, make sure you're balancing them out, because at the end of the day you can get to great places, you can get inside the great doors, but what keeps you in there is your personality and who you are. Okay, God, we usually do 2 hours, but I feel like today is just best for me to do 1 hour 30 minutes. But you know, after the weekend I'm usually just relaxed and lazy and all of that. Madia says the one who opens the door with personality is more valuable. Okay, that's your opinion. Okay, yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody opening the door with their looks, but if you don't have the personality, you're not gonna stay in there for a long time. You're not gonna stay in there for a long time. Okay, so oh my God, you guys have been such incredible part of this story. Tomorrow we come back with another different topic, as always. Every time we show up with a different topic, so remember you guys to subscribe and watch my content. Thank you so much for being here with me. I think I will see you guys tomorrow same time here. Guys, remember I go live every day, Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So convert that to your local time and you shall always find me here. Also, if you feel like commenting, you can comment. I always reply. Okay, I think I've replied to most of you when you comment. Okay, so guys, see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, and have a lovely night, have a lovely day, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. So yeah, so that's what it is right there. Now I'm feeling bad because I'm gonna leave you guys there, but you know what, it is what it is. Bye bye.